Hello dreamers, and welcome back to another episode of our Diamond Painting 101 tutorial series. In today's episode, we're going to go over the use of multi-placers. So Natalia is going to test out 3 different kinds and give you some tips and tricks along the way. Although not as precise as using the single 1x1 placer pen, multi-placers can be great for speed and if you want to get it diamond painting done in great timing. Let's go ahead and jump right in, but before we do that, please go ahead and subscribe to our channel and also hit the notification bell so that you don't miss out on any future videos. I'm excited to learn more, so let's go ahead.
Hello dreamers, welcome back to 101 with Natalia. And today I have another challenge for you. So are you ready for a challenge? As you can see title of this video today, we are going to challenge ourselves today with these wonderful tools, 2 of them from Dreamer Design, and then I have someone extra that I've received from AliExpress long time ago, 2 years ago. And to be honest, I use only once, and this is kind of like tool. Well, in my video I can tell you and show you what I think about this. But then we have in here, of course, Dreamer Design 1 placer and 3 placer. And then we have in here 7 placer tool. We will work today on this gorgeous canvas caramel type pool, and I'm like probably 70% done. This corner, dark corner, is really pretty. I just love how this colors looks like. So this is the canvas, we're gonna work on it, and I think I will finish this canvas probably maybe in 2 days now, because I work little bit by little bit. And then we will go to the table and I will close up camera as much as possible so you can see all my techniques, my tips and tricks, how to work. Don't be afraid to try something new. Same as many of you don't like to work with tweezers, but in some point could be fun to change some, you know, when you're working all the time with one, it's good to try something new, and it's never too late to learn something new and can benefit you on a road up there somewhere. Because when you have a canvas with big background of the same color, this tool probably will save you lots of time if you are in a hurry to create diamond painting for somebody as a gift and you don't have too much time to enjoy drilling by just a 1 placer. So in these occasions, yes, you have to grab this tool and master it, and I will try in this video to show you how is the best way to place your diamonds, how to line up your diamonds in your tray so you can have the most perfect straight lines to start your multi-placer drilling. So let's go and we will tackle this issue, drilling by multi-placers. Let's get started this challenge together, and I have in here beautiful DMC code 3856. And to work with multi-placer, you really have to line them up really nice and straight into these lines. The more perfect you line them up, you will have better lines. And as much as I keep saying that this is my tool to go, this one, 1 and 3 placer, I know there's still lots of you work with other tools, like for example, this one has 1 and 5 for 6, and this one I believe 9 maybe. I did not receive this one with Dreamer Design, but I do have this tool, so we're gonna challenge ourselves and try, because I know lots of you have this big tool as well. So as you can see, I already filled them up with the wax. They're all ready to go. And here's the gorgeous canvas caramel type pool by Jean Galliette Art, and we're gonna do this line because I have here kind of long line of the horizon of sunset, so this will be perfect actually to try these tools. And let's get started. So I think we all did already many tutorials with this tool, and I will try to show you. First, maybe we will challenge ourselves. Let's get this middle one. And we will count together how many beads we will pick it up, those drills. And we will start our diamond painting and see if we can do it. Because as much as I like to work only by using 1 and 3 multiplacer, lots of you still using for the big area extra big tool, so might as well try to challenge. And I did not use this tool for a very long time. Let me bring you more close to the canvas so you can see better my lines, and we will try to line up in here. Yeah, so I did not use this tool for a long time, so as much as this is challenge for you, it will be challenge for me too. So as always, I open my canvas. You looking at from this angle. I'm sitting to the table this way, so you will probably see a little bit better lines from this side, but I'm seeing my beads from this side. And I see lots of shadow. I don't know why. Okay, it's a cloudy day outside. So I will place my tray with perfectly lined up beads right next to my field where I want to work on it, on the top of my clear sheet. And I will place this right so you don't miss the bead. It doesn't have to be placed like, you know, right on the edge of these lines. You can do like right in the middle, and then whatever is not get on your pen, it will stay in here. And here is the beads we got, pick it up. So let's just for curiosity count how many we got in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it is 7 placer. It look much smaller if you don't work with it for a long time, but it is 7. So I'm gonna start from if I place my beads line up in here, right? It looks okay, but I can see that it's a little bit. What is the best part to do this with the tool? You have to remember, well, pretend this is your foot and you walking. Well, this is heel, this is your toe. You always walk from your heel to your toe, right, when you step in. So same thing, if you work on your canvas this way, you will kind of better see the line and how to place. So I'm gonna put 1 bead on my heel like this. I'm already staying on my canvas, and then I kind of like walk motion, and I'm looking for the lines, and done. And this line is perfect line up. But now the next line, when I will do next to it, it could create a little bit gap between them, but let's try and see what happens. I didn't use this tool for so long time that it's actually even interesting. Okay, so I will try to measure first so I get in the right place. Okay, so I'm gonna stop again on my last, and I walk as I go like this. Boom. So probably now you can see in here our last bead got a little bit off the focus, and then we can visually see that we have a gap in here. So when you just go back with your 1 placer and just kind of like this 2 last bead, like last bead from your first row and first bead from your last place, you kind of like push them a little bit together to kind of close this gap a little bit, and you should be okay. So let me to show you this more precise vision for you. I will zoom camera a little bit more better, and then we will continue. I think you can see now much better, so let's continue, and we will place now. Maybe let's try to fill in gap in here and see how this gonna look like between our placements. Okay, so I'm gonna go, actually I'm gonna start my heel to toe this way, because it's kind of like more, you don't have to count where you starting. Okay, so here you go. It looks not bad, right? I think it's not bad. So let's try a few more things and maybe I can get used to it so good that I'm gonna continue to work with this placer. But I don't know, I'll just you know, it's not always you have lots of space with the same color. Like for example, if you have a little bit more confetti or like a smaller space in here, and you kind of like, you can't reach with this tool, but you have a perfect placement in here for 3 drills at a time. You see what I mean? So that's why I like 3 placer and 1 placer the most, because it can reach in those little area and together in an area with a little bit more beads. And I just keep calling them beads instead of drills. I don't know why. So I placed this one, but then I kind of see this line shifted a little bit to my right. So I will just push them a little bit and they look already better. You see that? So okay, I think we got some experiment with this one, which 7 drills is not as bad as could be when we're gonna use this. Oh, this could be up to 11 maybe beads. I don't know, I cannot remember. So we will count together with you, and I'm just gonna start somewhere in here because we have a lots of drills of the same color in here. So let's place on our tool first. There. And I'm gonna count together with you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we got a 10 drills in here, and I already see the problem because if you look, I did not place them right on the center of my tool, and you can tell that this side a little bit got crooked. So that's the problem working with Multiplacer. It's hard to kind of concentrate to place exactly straight on the lines. So when this happened to you, usually have to fix it. Okay, let me put back in here on my tray, and then I press my tool to the groove, kind of this way. I push my tool to kind of sit them more tight and push drills a little bit more close to the center. And you probably can see already they more straighten up because we don't see wax in here as much. It was first time when I was showing you. So that's another trick, how to line them up a little bit better on your tool. So let's try to place it. I'm gonna put in here same thing as we walk, and we're gonna go slowly. At this point, okay, it looks like got not bad one line, but my last bead I could see that I can see a little bit more of the black line outline of the square. So I'm just gonna push them a little bit, just a little bit. But this line came out not bad, I have to say. Let's try again. We're gonna make sure we place right on the center of our beads, and again I try to push a little bit harder. Here they are, and then I'm just gonna place right next to it and walk in motion. Now in this point, if you can see that this bead, like this is heel, this is toe. If you see that your bead in your heel, in your toe not lining up too straight to these black lines in here, you kind of push a little bit like this with your tool to kind of meet up a little bit better to your line in here. But by doing this, I'm actually kind of wiggle them a little bit, so I can just put my tool on the top and try to push the whole row into my first line. But what I'm saying, it's not like, it's just taking a longer time to kind of tidy up them to stay on a straight line, because it's hard even in the first place to pick them up so perfectly straight. And from the tray you can't really put on your beads and do same thing motion to pick it up beads, because the beads will be sliding away and you cannot pick up them same as we would place them. So you definitely need to have like a straight hand and place right on the top of your beads. A little bit press. Okay, let's try one more time. Boom. And what you think? Only my first bead wasn't sticking straight to the... So line by line, they are not bad techniques to use with Multiplacer, and don't be scared to actually learn how to place that. But the question is, how this gonna be line up when we place next to it? I'm sure, and I'm like almost positive that we will have this separation a little bit in here, and you will see between them a little tiny gap. So I'm gonna do my I still have a lots of perfect lines in here. Let me try again. We're gonna line up and press there, and actually see like my last bead, you can see it's not stick straight. So when I place, and there's another one in here not a little bit straight, so that's what placing with the Multiplacer can, you know, it will be a little bit complicated because it's not gonna be straight as you wanna. So because I'm going from left to right, I'm gonna use my opposite line. And if you are left-handed or right-handed, obviously right-handed, you will be comfortable to go from your right to the left. If you left-handed, you will be more comfortable step this way from left to right. And anything you do, it's always right. It's just you have to remember that what is more comfortable for you. Now from time to time, when you place in this Multiplacer, your wax inside, you see how it's have the impression of the drills, and sometimes excess of the wax coming out, and it's focusing on the background, it will coming out on the sides of your pen in here, and you probably can see that. You see that? So those sides will kind of mess up your lines of the beads a little bit. So what I do, I'm just literally go with my fingers and kind of push that back one way, or just kind of like wipe it off excess and just throw away. So right now we're just gonna fix a little bit like this. Don't worry, it's still gonna stay sticky. And let's do a few more lines. Okay, as again I can see that my last bead is not sticking straight, so that's the always problem with the Multiplacer. And I'm gonna walk. Oh, this one didn't even place. Okay, so in my opinion, to the time I place with Multiplacer like this, right, when I take my time, like with the 7 bead, it's a little bit easier. With the 10 bead, it's definitely much harder. But if you have a humongous background and you want to use this, please use. You just have to kind of fix a little bit between them and those beads. Sometimes depends how they stick on your tool. That's exactly what you're gonna get on your canvas, because the more crooked beads drills stick to your multiplacer, that's exactly impression you will receive in here. So I try only one canvas with this 10 placer tool, and that was my butterflies. I did not like it, and that was very bad canvas as well, because the glue was really hard. I call it difficult canvas glue, because when I place it was, you can't push and twig around to fix them. And that's why Dreamer design will kind of allow you to work with all this multiplacer, because you can move them around, and this is big plus. And even on my personal YouTube channel, I always say that canvases with the glue that you can move your beads around, you can work with multiplacer and just fix them a little bit later. But the one I did before, it was glue that I could not move beads. The beads would if I would place a bead, for example, I got my one placer in here. If I would place my bead on a canvas and I want to push it next to this one bead, I couldn't. I would break my pen, the bead would stuck so hard I could not move. With this one, you simply just slide over and that's it. So it's really easy canvas to work. And if you want to practice with multiplacer, go ahead and do it, because you can manage kind of to make those lines nice and straight. So as we have one more multiplacer left, and that is my favorite, let's work a little bit with this one, because I have in here the same symbol where it's three bead at the time in here. So we're just gonna place with this. Let me put a little bit more beads in here. I always place my beads on the top of my cover sheet so I don't spill it accidentally on my canvas sticky glue. So we're gonna add more beads, and I'm just doing my way as I always do, by slightly shaking them from side to side to make sure they line up all those grooves from left to right. And then I go down to make sure the rest of the bead that don't have a room in those grooves fall to the bottom of the line. And then I lift up and create the area that is workable. So now let me open again my canvas in here, and we're gonna try to work with 3 multiplacer, because it is multiplacer, but it's gonna be very easy. So I'm just gonna, sometimes I would say that time I work with the 7 placer or 10 placer to the time when I try to careful line up, then careful in here not to kind of speed, because you have to look how this gonna line up in your squares. I say with this 3 placer I will place same amount of beads, even more, much faster, because literally with 3 placer you still can practice if you want from heel to toe combination, this type of technique. But with 3 placer it's just so easy. You just put on a top and literally just stick, and it's done. You see that? When a line like this, 3 beads, perfect vertical line, because usually I place horizontal, but if I have like this I go vertical. Same as here, I'm gonna do vertical by placing a like this by 3. Okay, I place 3, and if I have to push some beads to kind of straighten up a little bit, that's much easier to fix. So let's do a little bit more in here, and in here we have 2 lines, so I'm just gonna go right, oops, one is stuck. It's raining outside very hard, weather is changing. Okay, perfect time for diamond painting. Do you guys love to diamond paint when it's raining? Okay, yes, so this is another tip for you. If you have beads line up but not as straight, same as those 7 placer that I show you, I do the same thing. And actually with 3 placer I do this all the time. When I put my drill pen on a top, and I always push towards me, so wherever drills didn't line up straight, after this one it will. So that's why I like to line up my place and push to the groove of the pen. And to be honest, I'm not doing better job on the camera because I'm kind of away from the camera a little bit further, because I was trying to create as better view for you. Now also I experiment that if you work with 3 placer and you leave 1 bead between like this, okay, and then you grab another 3 and you kind of work, and that is not straight line. Okay, let me get one more time and I will talk about. Okay, so in this example it's kind of like a checkerboard, but checkerboard not to make in a perfect line, so let's go like all the lines go up in the same direction. This is kind of like a off-side checkerboard. So what this does, if you place just 3 3 3, you probably will see those lines a little bit later. When you place this way and then you grab your 1 placer and put between them, so that way you kind of find a center between 2 of your beads, instead of 3 placer would be like pushing the other one, you know, to the other side. So this way you find your perfect center to make the line continuous, kind of seamless. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay, so I hope video today kind of help you a little bit to get better with your multi-placer. And I know that this could be kind of scary when you're receiving these tools. It can intimidate you because you pick so many beads, and if you are not familiar yet to have to line up your beads, and that could be tricky as well. So now when I already kind of work in here, right, and I have still lots of beads on my tray, so I'm just always close your canvas, and then I kind of push beads to this side to cover up the empty space, and then I start to work from this side, because now I have a lots of space in here, and because I work with multi-placer I can pick a whole bunch of lines in here. And as I can tell you, I was working with the black beads, so my wax is a little bit dirty, kind of pick up the color of the beads, and I see that my wax is sticking out a little bit from the sides, how much you can see. Okay, so I literally just like grab corner of this and kind of like I take away the excess of the wax, and now inside in here perfect amount that I need. And also I have a question, why beads keep coming out together. The wax doesn't stay inside and just keep coming out with the beads. Usually that happen if you work with the beads which they have those special foil glittery top. Could happen that. And also it could be you pushing on your beads too hard. So when you push too hard, and let me try if this is gonna actually work. For example of this video, if I push very hard, I'm like really hard pushing, and then I'm gonna put on my canvas, no, it still did not come out wax. So I have no idea why this is happening to you. Maybe the quality of the wax is different, because some wax could be really kind of stiff, and I learned this, that wax from Dreamer's Design, let me close here. I learned that Dreamer's Design wax has a consistency much softer than the one that I've received from AliExpress, for example. I don't know what's about, but this one is more sticky wax and to the touch more soft. Maybe the wax that you've received with your diamond painting a little bit harder and less sticky, because this one have a very good stickiness to your beads. If you have a wax not as sticky, it probably expire most likely. Maybe just a not good quality wax to begin with. So it's not because you doing something wrong, unless, like I said, you pushing too hard and the beads depends on a canvas, it could take your beads away. But usually, like I said before, it's happened only with my one placer when I work with special drills beads. But this one, no, I did not have any problems. And so far, guys, I'm already finishing. I don't even know, it didn't count how many canvases by Dreamer Design, and I still go strong. I never run out of any colors, DMC codes on any of the canvases. So if you didn't see my last video about finished project, please watch, because up there there's lots of sparkles outside that I created for you. And I hope this video today will encourage you to actually try these tools to work. With Dreamer Design, of course, you will have only these tools, which is 1, 3, and 7. And for now, if you are beginner, that's all you need. You don't need this bigger one, because it's more complicated. And as I say, this is my last favorite. My very favorite is 3, and of course 1 to fill up all the confetti area. But 7 definitely you can place on a canvases, whereas glue that you can move, fix them. Always you can go back to one placer and pick it up on all the confetti area. This is the tools to go. So yes, give me a comment, please subscribe, hit the notification bell if you're not, to watch out for my next videos. And I wish you all sparkle day, be crafty, and I see you in my next episode.
Now that we've covered some basics with our multi-placers, you're sure to be completing your diamond paintings in no time. Let us know in the comments below if you have any more tips and tricks when it comes to working with these multi-placer pens. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our channel, and we hope that you have a great evening. Goodbye for now, and remember to paint with passion.